Coming from the Mind of Mine with your host Dizzy Dom.
Hello, people. So today here we are. I'm back again. Thank you for coming. Um, happy day to everybody out there, especially all you moms. Appreciate your moms. Wasn't for you, it wouldn't be in us. So once again, thank you for all that and giving us life. Every day wake up is a good day, but it's also one day closer to death. Just keep those things in mind as you wake up every day. So now I'm here with my producer Paul, and we're gonna discuss some NFL games this weekend. I know, Paul, you had a chance to check out the Niner game this weekend.
No, but I guess I'm lucky I didn't. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a very close game,
Right.
but I have to. I must say, I'm not a big Mike Shanahan fan, but Kyle Shanahan fan either. But Kyle Shanahan did a great job this year coaching. He probably deserves Coach of the Year. So I think that he might win that, and that'll be a great thing for him because he earned it this year. I'll give him that. Okay.
Right.
I mean, the Chicago LA game, that was a great game too. LA pulled it out in the end, and I had picked them, but Chicago, I'd like them too. And then you got the Seattle championship game hosting, and then you got Denver hosting. They'll be hosting Houston, New England Patriots in Denver next weekend, but there's a controversy in that game that I want to discuss because I had Buffalo. They should have won the game because they had a controversial play where Brandon Cooks came down with the ball with possession and his knee was down, but yet they didn't take. See, the problem I had with it, they didn't take time to review it. They didn't look at it long enough.
So was it called incomplete? Was it called what was it considered?
It was called an interception.
Okay? It was an interception.
But the guy, but the offensive guy had the ball with his knee down and possession. The play should have been over then.
Right.
But it's such a big play, it's such a big game. They didn't redo it. They didn't review it, or they didn't replay it, or anything. They didn't have no scrutiny at all. So that's what bothered me about it. It seemed like it was NFL once again and their refs on the take.
Right, and we're in 2026, right? It's not like the instant replay has just it's new technology.
It's not new, no. And this is ever say legalized gambling in 2018.
Right.
This kind of stuff's been going on every year.
Right.
I mean, I go back to the Rams Saints game and there's Kansas City and Buffalo a couple years ago, and 2 of the last 3 years before this, Buffalo's been involved in controversial calls with Kansas City as well.
Right.
So I'm so tired of seeing this. I'm tired of losing this way. This is terrible. And even though it was in Denver, and a lot of people are happy about that, including Bridget. But the realistic reality of it is that it wasn't a fair call and it wasn't a right call, and all the stuff they do, not technologically these days, that it's to replay for all these situations, but they don't use it.
Right.
I mean, I don't get it. It bothers me a lot, and I just don't know what to say. I think that's something's wrong somewhere. I'm not sure why they don't want. They just do Buffalo every year, and I'm just tired of it. So that's my problem today.
Right. No, and like you said, it's not like this is our first time dealing with stuff like this. So
no.
So frustrating to say the least.
But that's the very least. That's the very least, yes. Because this is, this is something I do on the side. Is also, pick these games, and it's great the competition thing is great, but if you lose because of the referees not doing their job, that's just, it gets so old, man. It's just, I'm tired of it. And I don't know what to say about that, Paul. What do you think? What's your opinion?
Well, it's just again, we're living in 2026, right? And so the main thing is we have this technology. There's only one head ref. I get it. Officials, we've always had a problem with refs. Refs, I don't care if you're an umpire in a baseball game or you're a ref in NFL or NBA. There's always going to be bad calls. There's always going to be one person's perspective. But again, point of view, we have enough cameras on the play that we should be able to see every single thing. I mean, at this point, we see it. Even at football games, they have drones over the top that are coming in. I mean,
this is correct. You know what I mean? This is one of the worst, one of the most blatantly worst calls I've ever seen. Not the worst, but one of the most blatantly worst calls. The worst call I ever seen was in 2018. The same guy, Nicole Roby from the Rams, interfered with the Saints twice, the same quarter on a big play, blatantly right in front of the refs. They didn't call it. That was later in the fourth quarter. But even the first play, of the fourth quarter, same thing happened. That was the most blatant call I've ever seen in my life in football, and this was right. This one was pretty close. Okay, now in baseball, the worst call I ever seen in baseball, the guy had a perfect game. The last out, the umpire calls him a safe, so he doesn't get a perfect game out of it. The kid doesn't get any worse than that. So I mean, it's terrible that human error is one thing, but it seems like human intention.
right. And so I think there's always going to be human error. There's always going to be that stuff. And that's why I'm glad I don't like gamble or bet, because even as a kid, they always taught you good sportsmanship when you played on team sports. If it was little league or whatever, they always taught you good sportsmanship. That was really hard to deal with, but it's something everybody has to learn. At the end of the game, you would go down the line and shake, good game, good game, good game, good game.
Right.
That's cool, because when people are competitive, especially when it's yourself in the sport, you get really competitive, you get caught up in it. It becomes larger than life, but it's really, you got to remember, it's a pastime. It's something to make you happy. It's something to entertain you. And so I know that even there was times during the 80s when I was like the Niners reign in the 80s. I remember betting on Super Bowls and games leading up to it. But every time I bet, I sucked. I never won. Always lost money. If I bet, I just have to figure that, what if I never saw that money again? And most of the time, I never saw that money again.
Right.
But it was always like $20 here, $20 there. It wasn't like I never went to a casino and put $300 down or something like that. And I'm glad I didn't, because it would spoil the game even more so for me. So
especially lost that money, yes. But see, I have done that. Even more recently, I've done that. And
right,
like in games like this, they kill my ticket or kill my parlay or whatever it is, and that bothers me. The fact that it wasn't the team I picked. The team I picked should have won.
It's not even just the money. It's more of, like you said, disturbing the emperor's groove. It's like, I had a little thing going.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they earned the win. They
Right.
earned the win, but they didn't get it.
Right.
And then in the karma of the whole situation is that the Denver's quarterback on the next to last play of the game got injured, and now he's out.
Right.
So he won't even play in the next game. He's out for the season. So he broke his ankle. So that's, I'm not saying that's karma, but it just seems kind of ironic that happened, because the NFL is not going to do it once now.
Yeah, and we were talking about this. So even last week when we were talking about it, and depending on where we air these things, but last week we were talking about you would want to go visit Buffalo because it's my dad's hometown. It's your hometown. And it hurts even more when it's your hometown that lost.
Yeah.
So even like we were just talking about the Niners loss, I'm glad I missed the game.
Right.
All it would have done is just get me upset and pissed off, and it would have ruined the game, and it would have ruined that part of the day for me. And that's bad when you're 60 years old, and that's something like that dictates your day. I mean, I understand if you're a football player and you're making so many $1 million a year to play for the Niners and you lose. Yeah. That's being bad at your job. That's like us streaming this in the middle of the stream. It drops off and we lose the stream. It would be horrible. Right. And so I get that kind of stuff. I mean, you want to be good at your job. You want to enjoy your job. I get that stuff, but it's still a game.
It is still a game, but it's a lot of money involved, and that's why things like this happen. Because a lot more money than I bet is what's at stake here, and it has nothing to do with me really.
Right.
But now my dream matchup, Buffalo against Los Angeles, all my family, I have a lot half my family's I got half my dad's family's in L.A., my dad's family's in Buffalo, and now they're not gonna play each other in the Super Bowl. So I hope Seattle wins the whole thing now.
Now, this was done in overtime, and it was 30-30.
Yes, it was a game changer. It affected the whole game,
Right.
and that's it's terrible, man. I just every year I go through this.
So I'm not going to play the audio from it because we want to make sure if we can not get nabbed from the fine people at. Oh, you know what? I can even probably. It's okay. We'll lose that too. I was thinking I want to lose part of our. I'm going to do something while we're talking. So keep going.
Yeah, well,
but yeah, we're going to watch this thing and I'm going to show it. But I'm going to take the fine people of CBS Sports out of this equation.
And they're playing the New England Patriots. I don't like watching them either. I don't like watching Denver. So I'm not trying to watch the championship game because it doesn't really matter who wins the AFC. I think the NFC is going to win now anyway.
Right.
Seattle or the Rams. I was hoping the Rams and Buffalo is supposed to be playing in the Super Bowl this year, but they're not obviously. So I'm just going to take Seattle to win the whole thing.
Right.
Maybe the Rams will do it. That'll be cool too. That'd be better. I mean, that might be better overall, but I'm gonna pick Seattle because they look pretty tough. They got strong defense and they look really good against Chicago. And Chicago look good too, but they're not as experienced. The Rams' experience, I think, is gonna win the day. Seattle, they got great defense, but the Rams play pretty good when they need to. It seems like, and they have experience. They have experience. A quarterback, receiver, coach. They've all been there before. So maybe that'll be what it takes, but it's gonna be tough to play up in Seattle. They got a great defense, and they also have USC quarterback, Sam Darnold, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, because I've been watching him his whole career. So I'm kind of rooting for him too, though, So
right.
Either way, I'm happy as far as the NFC goes. AFC, I don't think they have a chance. I don't think they have a chance, but I just don't like either one of the AFC teams, so I guess that's why. You know what I mean?
So is the season over for you?
Plus what happened. Well, no, it's not over for me yet, but I mean, I still got 3 more bets to go. three more games,
Right.
So yeah, but I mean, that's I don't know. I'm just we get the national championship game tonight, though. We got Miami against Indiana now. There's a lot of intrigue in that game too, because we got the Miami Hurricanes. They're playing in Miami.
Right.
Okay, so. But the guy playing for Indiana, who played for Cal last year, Mendoza, he won the Heisman Trophy this year, and he's playing his hometown against a team that didn't recruit him.
Yeah.
So Indiana is going for a perfect record. First time ever. They could be 16-0. Nobody's ever done that in college football before. So that could be a pretty special game.
Right on. Well, at least the last 3 games are the better of them, and you can kind of enjoy it because some of your picks are out.
Well, this is college today. This is college tonight.
Right.
The college championship.
College tonight. So
this is going to be a great game. A lot of people think it's going to be a blowout, and it might be, but I think it's going to be a little closer because in Miami, they're kind of home. I think they have more. It kind of gives them a little bit more, making it a little closer.
Right. Now let's do a little play-by-play of, or at least this blow-by-blow of this play. And it was Sunday's game. Saturday's game.
Saturday night's game.
There we go. So let's bring it up. Here we go. And there we go. And so
it's actually the first game on Saturday.
So this is the turnover and the ball's loose.
That's not that one though.
But that's not the same play.
Not that play, but it's gonna be after it's tied. They're gonna show that last play there. And it's what the heck?
I think they're they're giving you touchdown by touchdown.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. Which
that's great. Shows that.
Yeah, he's really rubbing in. Here's some more salt for your wounds.
And Josh Allen, he did make a lot of mistakes.
So here's the tiebreaker.
Time field goal.
All
okay,
right.
by a former Bronco.
Okay.
Matt Prater. This guy got okay. Here's the punt. Okay, they get the ball, and here's the play right here. Man, right here. Boom. Caught. Knee down. And then he stole it. He's already down.
He was already down, but they show that when they show him, he literally has. Look. Here you go.
Catch.
Both hands on the ball.
Catch. Okay.
Right.
Knee down, and the play should be over right there. Bam. Play should be over right there.
Right.
But they didn't. It's in his hands. Knee down. Bam. Then he's down right there.
And you see the ball.
Yes, he's down right there.
You see the ball.
So the play should be over.
Right.
So as they roll over, takes it out of his hands. Look, as he roll over, he takes it out of his hands. So that's ridiculous. I mean, how can you not review that? They didn't review the play, Paul.
Wow.
Okay, and that's what bothers me. They shouldn't have lost that game. That was the game-winning drive right there. It's an overtime.
Right.
There's no coaches challenges in overtime. So the coach couldn't even challenge that if he wanted to. That's what's wrong.
Well,
with
so that's a problem with the rule. If you're gonna have a play, you should be able to challenge it.
Right, and then Denver does this. They call 2 pass interference calls back to back on the Bills. They haven't called them all this whole game. It reminds me of the Rams game against Cincinnati Super Bowl against Cincinnati a few years ago. They called PIs the whole game until last play of the series, last drive of the game. They called 2 on Cincinnati, and the Rams, of course, won the game at home. You know,
Wow.
And it's just I'm just so tired of the NFL doing these things. You know,
right? That's just crazy. So.
I just, you know,
that's a lot of.
I mean,
that's hard.
Every year I go through this. Kansas City did with Buffalo a couple times, and then we got this. We got the Rams and Saints. We got I mean, just every year it's a different game. I just, you know, I'm so tired. I love football. I love the NFL, but this one, you know, it's not for us. It's for them.
Right.
So there's that.
So you're gonna be able to relax, watch the last 3 games of the season. Do you get this emotionally invested in a lot of sports or just football?
Well, anything else?
Because I know you're a Raider fan.
I mean, most definitely, and I'll always be a Raider fan.
Right.
But at the same time, though, I mean, I get emotionally involved more so when I have money on the line as well, right?
Right.
Because, you know, I do a lot of research and investigation about who I want to win each week, you know. And
have you ever used AI?
I don't use AI because, you know, AI is
I'm guessing a lot of the AI won't help you gamble.
AI doesn't really
I can't ask Chat GPT, hey, who do you like in the Denver Buffalo game? And it's gonna go, oh yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
Well, it's kind of like they have I don't know nothing about the Madden game, but in Madden they have a lot of they play the Madden game, you know, to predict who's going to win the games. Sometimes, you know, people do that. People use those things. But
so who's the game tonight? The college game that you were just talking about?
It's Miami Hurricanes against Indiana Hoosiers.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry. Hurricanes versus who?
Indiana Hoosiers. And I've been on Indiana's bandwagon since last year because I like their coach, man. Signetti. He's a good coach. He's intense, and he's you know, he says he's not the kind of guy that can lead men. You know what I mean? Lead kids and just lead and just, you know, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about, and he's a no nonsense kind of guy. And I respect him since last year. I won a few games with him last year because I didn't really believe in him. But then this year they won every game. They win more and more every game. They win by more. Everybody thinks this game's gonna be a blowout, and it might be.
Okay, so this is what my chat is telling me. Tonight's Miami Hurricanes versus Indiana Hoosiers matchup is a college football playoff. We know who's favored. Indiana Hoosiers are heavy favorites, anywhere around 7.5 to 8.5 points ahead in most betting odds. And their money line implies that they're significantly more likely to win. Indiana is undefeated this season with 15-0 and has dominated in the playoffs, including big wins over Oregon and Alabama. Miami, 13-2, has been impressive too, winning a few close games to get there. But bottom line, the Indiana Hoosiers are the more likely winners tonight, with most predictions and odds suggesting they'll beat the Miami Hurricanes, but Miami's strong defense and home support mean the game could be competitive, even if the Hoosiers are expected to win.
Yes.
And then it says if you want a score prediction or betting angles, I can break that down too.
Huh. Imagine that. Well, then
So what would I want? Score prediction and betting angles?
I'd be curious to know what.
Yes, both.
I'd be curious to know what they say. A lot of people I know, a lot of friends I've talked to say they would that the Indiana blow them out now, but I don't expect that.
Here's the prediction plus a projected score for tonight's game. The prediction: the most expert models and betting odds currently favor the Indiana Hoosiers to win tonight. They're generally listed at about 7.5 to 8.5 point favorites. Have a stronger analytics backing them up, thanks to their undefeated season.
Analytics.
Projected score: Hoosiers 29, Hurricanes 20.
Okay, that sounds about right.
And then there's other handicaps and why Indiana's favored. But
yes,
I mean, so that's scary in itself, that you can see things like that
I like that
on Chat GPT.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I would think that it would say, usually when you ask Chat things like that, it would say something like, oh, well, sportsman-like, I would say it's going to be a good game, or usually will tell you gambling's not good. It's bad for you.
Right.
It will say gambling's bad. We don't want you to bet and lose money, so we're not going to tell you who's going to win. This tells you exactly who they think's going to win.
Right.
And that's based on everything that everyone's put on the net.
Right. See, analytics is really.
So let's see how close we are based on that 29 to 20 score.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
I think that's basically the ballpark is going to be. I figured about something like that. Some of my friends say 20, some of them say 30 points. I say, no, I don't think it's going to be that big. I think the fact the game's in Miami, which is the Hurricanes' home, I think that makes them automatically a little closer.
Right.
So Indiana's going to be a tough game, tough team to beat, but I'm not saying they're going to win. I think they'll cover that 9 points. I think it'll be closer than that.
I wonder if we should start having Chat make bets for us, even if they're just $5 bets.
Maybe. You
never know.
Maybe I get some of my money back for that Buffalo game.
Well, again, it would be funny if that's what Chat's doing, and I bet it's really good at analytics. It's really good at numbers. It's really good at crunching stuff because it looks at. But the problem is it's indiscriminate. So it's going to look at everything on the internet, and even if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, it's going to take your word as gospel.
Okay.
Into account. And so, I don't know. I would like to see what tonight's score is going to be. It's I'm almost going to tune in now just to see at least the end, or at least check the 11 o'clock news tonight and find out.
There you go. Yeah. Watch the beginning of Sports Center. This will be the first thing on there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Even the guys on Sports Center was talking about that Buffalo play. The first thing they said on Sports Center, why didn't they take a little longer at it?
Right.
Longer look at it. I know I'm not crazy, Paul. You know what I mean? But I maybe about something, not about this though.
Right. No, I get you.
So anyway, I want to just focus on that, but that's basically my whole focus though.
Right.
I've been tripping off that for a couple of days now because but today's I'm over it now.
You're over it now. It's fine.
I'm over it now. Yes, but it got me down for a couple of days.
Now, were you here in the city on Saturday?
I was.
So did you check out the Bob Weir tribute?
I got here.
Got here late.
I got here a little late. I got here like 3 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock it was over. And
so Joan Baez,
okay.
what was it? John Mayer, Mickey Hart.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of who else was there.
On stage. I saw some of the highlights on the stage and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Did you make it?
No, I was here because my son was visiting, and I haven't seen him for a year. So he was visiting.
Okay, that's
always I just caught the highlights, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there though.
Right.
A lot of people there. Right. So
they were showing even just around this building, which is blocks away from City Hall, that we were literally, I was surrounded. It was kind of like it was as big as almost Pride Festival.
Oh, really?
Or something.
Yeah,
it was huge. It was packed here.
It did look big out there. I saw on the news the highlights. I saw even some pictures. A couple of my friends went and sent me some pictures. There was a lot of people there surrounded by people.
Right.
So I guess it was. I don't know. I was good. I celebrated Bobby my own way. I went to the Hate, and they had some music up there that night and stuff. So I did okay.
Yeah.
I miss them all. But to me, the day hasn't been the same since Jerry left.
Right.
To me. So when they had had the Jerry naming of the street last year, I was there for that. And Jerry Day last year. I did all those. I did my part.
So now are they going to have something that's
So Phil last year and Bob this year.
right,
Pretty crazy.
right. So it is the end of an era, man. It feels like an end of an era in a lot of ways. Things are changing in my life. I'm, 60 or approaching. I'm approaching 60 rapidly. I'm at 58. But yeah, and I don't do change well. And so even I was going through my Grateful Dead CDs. It was like 2 months ago. I was going through my Grateful Dead CDs, and I go, how much am I going to listen to these, and how long have I, yeah, I didn't get rid of any. I have some dupes. I was going to gift those to somebody, to my son, and have him listen to some stuff because, we don't get to, we don't, I won't say there's not good music nowadays, but literally the Grateful Dead started off as a jug band, and folk music, and became part of the lexicon and created their own genre of music, if you will. And so
they were all highly trained musicians, right? But
right.
the way Bobby and Jerry met was crazy, man.
Right.
He was 16 years old, and Jerry's teaching a class that nobody showed up for, and
nobody showed up for, and he's walking by the back end of whatever the music store was at that time in Palo Alto, and heard him playing banjo and said, "Hey, hold on."
And they're both from San Francisco, but they were both in Palo Alto. I mean, it's just
right.
It's just weird how it all worked out,
And it was cool that I liked it how they had so I saw the funeral procession going through the hate, and that was really cool.
Okay.
They even had Bobby's hat like on the dashboard of the one of the hearse.
Okay.
And I'm guessing they drove up towards the Grateful Dead house and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I saw
So
decorations up there.
Yeah. So that's really neat. That's San Francisco Americana, if you will.
And he's one of the natives, so that's probably one reason why they did it like that,
Right.
Not they did it for everybody else, but not everybody else.
Right. So let me see here. We had crazy football, a nice celebration of life for San Francisco's son, Bob Weir. And we're just fresh into 2026 now. So I'm looking forward to creating and doing a lot of stuff. What do you look forward in the next few months to doing?
Well, I'm gonna do some more traveling, because Amtrak had this deal for rail pass. I drove all over the country, reached it 2,500 miles driving. I flew for about 1,000 miles on the plane, and I did a little bus travel, little train travel. But now I got a rail pass for the country, so I'm gonna go around the country here probably in February and take off for about a month. And I got 30 days to use it, so I'm using it for 30 days. Okay, and hopefully that I get it everywhere I can. If I didn't go on my earlier trip, we'll finish on like Miami and Seattle and places like that, North Dakota, Minnesota, things like that.
And I know you're going to be taking footage, so please take footage with you.
I definitely will.
And you know what? I should bring you a camera so that you could be using your phone and doing stuff, but I'd like you to, get footage wherever you can and whenever you can. And we'd like to see you on your travels and see what you got going.
Sounds good, man.
So
I have no problem with that. And of course, I won't be alone the whole time. I'll just be alone part of the time, so
right.
I have my traveling companion go with me sometimes when she's able.
Right.
So
well, that's good. That's good. And I'm glad you're gonna have Miss Bridget, and then you're a canine's friend, so you'll probably have a canine or a dog around you too.
He goes everywhere.
He goes everywhere you go.
Everywhere with us. When we go together, he comes too.
There you go.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because my dog hasn't been to the city for a month, and he was like, "We're going to San Francisco." And I'm like, "We're going to San Francisco."
Yeah, that's always pretty cool.
Yeah.
My other dog, Edgar, he grew up in the city. He used to walk around the city like he owned the place. He never wore a leash or anything. He was just
chill.
Watch everywhere. He just kicked everywhere, and he knew everybody and had his own little spots and stuff. And he's go to the Federal Building right here and go pee on the lawn over there all the time. You can't do that anymore. They closed it up now, but. Yeah, that was his spot. He grew up going there. So
yeah, that's funny because and you see there's a lot of dogs in San Francisco. There's more dogs per square mile or per square inch or whatever, however they do it, per capita, than there is kids in San Francisco.
Yeah, that makes sense. I believe that.
Yep. And so, yeah, dog friendly city. Lots of dogs around. Matter of fact, it was like about a dozen years ago. They used to have a program where homeless people. There were so many dogs in the shelter. There were so many homeless people on the street. They kind of matched them up and started getting letting homeless people or the unhoused get animals and get dogs, and that was kind of cool. They like would give them all their shots. They'd make sure they had food. If they needed vet care, they had it for a couple of years or whatever it was. And yeah, there's a lot of unhoused people that have dogs, and believe me, it's better than euthanizing the dogs.
I agree with that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so things like that. Talking about a sanctuary city, it's a sanctuary city for dogs.
It is.
So, man, it's always good to hang out with you, Dom.
I appreciate it, Paul. You as well.
Absolutely. So, what do we have to look forward to in future casts?
Well, we're going to just finish talking about the football.
Yes.
When at the Super Bowl, if the Super Bowl's over here playing at Levi Stadium here, work Super Bowl City here coming up soon. And after that, then I'm not sure. Probably just be travel chronicles and stuff. Talk about what's going on in the world, I guess, and say hello to moms like usual. And taking care of all the moms out there and hoping everybody's happy and staying out of trouble.
That's awesome. I appreciate you having me along for the ride, man. You guys see my stuff down there. I know you see Dom's stuff too. Please like, subscribe, follow us wherever podcasts could be seen and heard. And you're releasing a block of podcasts. You're going to be dropping a whole bunch.
I am. I'm going to drop them all, and I might drop this one today.
There you go.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
All right, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Until next time. Oh, and don't forget, hey, reach out to us. If you have any questions, any comments about the show, or have any show ideas, hey, reach out to us at edgestudiosonline@gmail. Make it attention Dizzy Dom, and we'll make sure to check it out. Maybe we'll shout you out too. All right, guys.